Alright guys, we're out here at the camper, the RV again today. We're going to be working on the brakes a little bit, but I didn't really take you guys around and show y'all the actual camper too much when we were out here last time. So I wanted to just kind of walk around and show y'all what we're working with when it comes to this 1994 Holiday Rambler. This RV is in really good shape for the age that it is. This stuff here has to be worked on a little bit, but that is simple, just little fabric. It has your dining table here. We have our kitchen sink. We have a stove. Now, my parents put this fridge in. You can see it's on right now. I got my Mountain Dew in there staying cold. And then we also have the bathroom area has a full stand-up shower. I have to get in here and get some cleaning done. But it has, your sliding door. You can also put up a curtain, of course. We have all of our nice cabinets. But what we're really here for today is going to be working on the brakes. And I'm hoping where they mount right there, I can get to this side. Because what has happened over time, the rubber lines have taken and completely rotted off. If you can see that hose there that I've got sticking up, that's because it's broke off from the actual brake caliper itself. But another thing I was going to show y'all is we've really got this RV where it will crank up on demand now with no problems. We'll go out there and we'll start this thing up, and then I'll get to work on those brakes. I always turn the master switch off for the power, so when we're not here working, I'm not draining that power down. And that was cranked up after it's been sitting for 2 weeks. So, I mean, it really... The RV really sounds pretty good. I'm going to be doing an oil change on it and checking all the fluids and everything. But first thing we got to do is we got to get brakes on this, and then it's going to be putting new tires on it before it's ever ready to really do anything else. So I'm going to jump right into that. I'll throw a time lapse up there maybe of what we're working on. I'm not going to sit there and bother y'all too much with me sweating and breaking bolts loose, breaking lines loose to get these brake lines replaced. Today's video is going to be brought to you guys by K&F Concepts. This is their electric air duster, and it's also a vacuum, and that's what we're going to use it for today, because the old Jeep here, this is what we do all of our videoing and stuff from, so it gets very dirty. But I'm going to show you what comes in this box. You get your travel bag to put all your parts in. This is the main part of the device that does the work. Then you have all your attachments, such as that. It does come with an extra filter, which is very nice. This is your cap for making it a blower. It also comes with your little brushes. And a nice little accessory kit here. It's got some other small brushes and stuff in it. But for today, this is the part we're going to be using. And what this does is it turns this blower into a vacuum. Is you put this piece on just like this. And we're going to take it, and you can see how dirty the floorboard is in this vehicle. You can see there all that dirt that came up off of that. We're going to take and we'll open it up. Take your filter out. You can see it's catching a lot of dust and grime. See all that just in those couple of seconds of running it. Dust and grime, but like it also works really well as a blower. I want to thank K&F Concepts for sending us this nifty tool. You can go to the link I'm going to provide if you want to get yourself one. They are very, very nice for blowing stuff out or vacuuming. And also, if you just need to put a little air on yourself. So, go check them out. And we're going to continue on with the Holiday Rambler and see if I can't get some brake lines put on that thing. There's no good camera angle to really show you guys what I'm doing. So, I'm going to see if I can put the camera underneath down there, so you're going to see my hands. That's going to be about it. Yeah, unfortunately you're not going to get to see much of what I'm doing here, but I've already been out here and I've tried some line wrenches on this thing, and there's just so much rust on these parts from sitting. I don't have a choice but to take some vice grips and try to break these lines loose. It's not ideal, but you know, sometimes it's not about what's ideal, it's about what works. Well, and if this doesn't work, our next course of action is just to go all the way back to the brake booster and replace these lines the whole way, which is going to set us back even further on this build, but it may be our only choice. Alright guys, I moved y'all from underneath there. It would have been a little bit boring trying to watch me figure out how to do that, but I did get it broke free. And when I get this line pulled up, I will show y'all that it come off. And before anybody gives me too much hate, I only did the vice grips to break that off. I do have line wrenches to pull these lines off, so don't scream too much. I do actually have line wrenches. I just was using the vice grips to get that initial break free of that line, and then I'm going to use the line wrenches to finish it off. And I do have the overhead fan running, so I apologize if that's a little noisy, but it is terribly hot here in Florida right now. We finally stopped raining, and now we get the heat. All right, it's going to take a minute to get the clip off, and I'll show you on our new ones exactly what that clip does and what I'm trying to pull off. All right, so let me show you what we got here. We have some upgraded lines. These are the brake lines for this RV, but they've got the braid around that hose to try to solve some of the problems that we have with it, rusting out and being an issue. But what we're trying to take off right now is this little clip, and it fits on right there, and it holds this piece onto the bracket. And because everything's rusted from being up underneath the RV here, and this thing's been sitting, I'm going to have to use a little bit of persuasion. So I went and got a bigger screwdriver here to see if I can break this out of the way. And I'm not worried about saving the clip or anything because we have a replacement. So I'm not that worried about hurting anything or breaking anything because, like I say, I've got a replacement for this clip anyway. So we're gonna get a little more persuasive with this and get this off, and we'll get this side on. The other side, I'm not going to film that because I've got to crawl up underneath here to be able to get that side off. I can't access it like I can this side. So once we get this side on, I will pause the camera, get that other side on, and then we're going to start the process of actually bleeding these brakes. And for that, we have a brake bleeder system rather than having to have somebody in here pumping the brakes, releasing the valve, and doing all that. So we'll show that process once we get there. I don't know if it'll be today or maybe it'll be in one of the next upcoming videos. We'll see how it goes. This is kind of time consuming, but this is all the big stuff we have to get through to be able to get this old RV back up on the road and down to the campground so we can start having a spot to really start enjoying and doing our recordings. Alright, so now we've got to get this piece here is what actually bolts onto the caliper. So I'm going to get under there. I will show you guys the brake line, the metal part of that brake line that came off of this. And then I'm going to get that ran. We'll hook this side up, and then, like I say, we'll move on. All right, so this is our old line. You can see where it rusted slap off and what that looks like. But luckily, when we broke this free, it still had clean fluid that came out of the caliper itself. I don't know that it's not going to be locked up from sitting, but we're going to find that out once we get our new lines and everything on. So I'm going to go up underneath the RV. We've got brand new washers to put on it. So put brand new washers inside and outside of this new block. Get the bolt tightened up. Come up here, put this line on, and then we'll work on the other side. This is the other thing I wanted to show y'all while we're out here working on this. This is our first of our dual 3500 watt inverters. This is a hybrid inverter that we're going to be running on this RV with our solar setup. I don't know that it's necessarily going to be in this closet, but directly underneath this closet is where all of our 110 connections are made. So with wanting to split the AC units separate from the rest of the 110 and run a dual inverter setup, this may be the best spot for it. And I'll build this whole wall out to be able to hold both those inverters when the time comes. And then we'll be putting our battery banks down in the old generator spot. All right, guys, if you can see there, that's the new line ran right up there. And we're gonna do the other side, and then I'm gonna have to wait for Bob to get back in town to find out where the bleeder system is, and then that'll be on our next video. We'll get the brakes bled, hopefully get some brakes working on this thing, and then we'll actually move it for the first time. But I just wanted to give y'all an update on the project, show y'all the new inverter, the idea of where we might put it, and the fact that we have started getting brake lines on this thing, which was a big part. It can't move without brakes. So we'll get this finished up. Then, like I say, I'll show y'all the bleeding on the next video, and then we'll go from there. We'll actually take and move this thing around a little bit and get it to a more workable area maybe, and do some more stuff to it. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. It's coming along. I'm working on it a little bit here and there as I can. We've got some more stuff coming up real soon, and once I get the solar panels in and all the batteries and stuff and start really working on the solar setup and the inverters on this RV, it's really going to be fun. But there's no point in doing all that if we don't get it to where we can actually move it and get it on location. But this is the 1994 Holiday Rambler as it's progressing through the work. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this thing. Hopefully, by the time we have our next fishing tournament, I can actually have this thing down at the landing so we can actually work out of this, and it'd be a whole lot smoother and a whole lot better for everybody. So, hope y'all enjoyed, and we'll see y'all in the next one.